looking for an apartment right now. I applied to one. I don't know if this happened to you. They rejected me. They charged me an application fee and then they rejected me. They said I had bad credit, which made me quite upset. I was like, I could have told you that for free. I didn't know that was a secret. I think when I had trouble coming up with the application fee, that should have tipped you off. I'm looking for a job right now. I don't know if anyone else out there is in that position. Just me. It's just me tonight. Okay, guys. I applied to Target. The worst part about the Target application is they make you give 3 references. And like, I can come with a few references. I just don't want those references to know I applied at Target. You know what I mean? Like, I moved out here from the Midwest. I don't want my friends back home being like, hey, why'd Steve move out to LA? I think you wanted to work at Target. Did you know there's more than one? I don't get what the Target people say, like when they call you references. It's just, hello, do you know Steven? Yes. Does he own a red shirt? Yes. Thank you. It's going to fit right in. I also had an interview at Vector Marketing. Does anyone know what Vector Marketing is?
Yeah.
There we go. It's a pyramid scheme, right? I know, because the first thing they said was, Steven, we want you to know this is not a pyramid scheme. They don't say that at the Chipotle interview. The only reason I applied, maybe this is why you applied, the ad said you could make $100,000 a year while you work at Vector Marketing. Which, that's true if you have a weekend job that pays $100,000 a year. Very possible. The way it works, you know this, it's a knife selling business, right?
Yeah,
and what you do is you buy knives from them, right? And then you sell them door to door. That's what, I don't know. If there's one thing you shouldn't sell door to door, I think it's knives. How am I supposed to make that sale? Do I show up holding knives? Unlock your door. I will show you how sharp my knives are. Okay, I used to work at Ralph's. I don't know if anyone else worked there. I don't know if anyone's been there. Does anyone know someone named Ralph? I bagged groceries. But that job, it was like so stupid that I didn't know how to answer the questions at the interview. They asked me like, so Steven, why would you be a good fit for the bagger position? I have hands. That's the only interview. It should be over as soon as you shake hands with the person. Here's my reference. I think you should hire Steven. When you work at Ralph's, they talk to you during the training about sexual harassment policy, which seems like a waste of time. If you've seen anyone that works at Ralph's, I was looking around like, I don't think there's going to be any problems, guys. After 8 hours at Ralph's, I was looking at the poster of the green M&M, like, yeah, that's a 6. Hang that M&M. After I worked there for a few months, they gave me a quarterly review. This is what my boss said. My boss sat me down and he goes, you need to take more initiative, Steven. It's like, I feel like his point was undermined because he was 45 and he worked at Ralph's. It's like, you need initiative. I'm like, you need night school. I got a call to set up an interview. This was a call I got. I think maybe it was from Vector. They called me up and they said they wanted me to come in for an interview. They go, what's your schedule look like? That's kind of a stupid question to ask an unemployed person. I'm like, well, right now I'm eating spaghetti. And then I won't be. And I'll die in about 60 years. So I'm probably fitting into that I've had weird jobs. I used to work as an assistant to an astrologer. Very small union. I don't know if anyone else. Full disclosure, I didn't even really know what an astrologer was when I applied for the job. I had to call my mother on the phone, and I had to ask her what an astrologer was. She was very upfront. She goes, Steven, an astrologer is a type of wizard. Which really just made me have more questions. Like, can you put Dad on the phone? It was a phone interview. I don't know if anyone's ever had a phone interview. I was late to the phone interview. There's no good excuse to be late to a phone interview. It's like, sorry, I got stuck in phone traffic. They hired me, they looked at my star chart. This was so cool. They looked at my star chart and they go, Stephen, you're very compatible with this position. All right. Like when it comes to professional references, I never thought to use the sun. I didn't know that was an option I had. So you see that giant ball of fire in the sky? Ask it about me. I have student loans. Does anyone have student loans? Yeah. This is 99%. This is what I'm talking about. But I found this. Did you know you can't file for bankruptcy on student loans? Yes. We just ruined a couple people's nights. Right there. Yeah, you can't. Which is not fair at all, because, well, that was the plan from day one. That's why I took the things. I was talking to a guy on the phone. He told me you can't file for bankruptcy on student loans because it's not like they can repossess what you learned in college. Which is, I'm like, that's perfect. I don't remember what I learned in college. That joke cost $90,000 to write. Expensive joke in my set. I had an interview. I wore a shirt. It still had the medium sticker on it. Like, that's not good. The guy, he was really chill about it. He's like, I'm just glad you bought a new shirt for the interview. I was like, yeah. And I remembered, like, that wasn't a new shirt. I've worn that shirt to other interviews. I used to work at Sears. I worked loss prevention, which means like it was my job to stop shoplifters. I found this out. You can just sort of lie and you don't have to catch anyone. It's so cool. My boss would be like, hey Steven, that guy's stealing. I'd be like, I'm not sure he is. He'd be pushing a ping pong table out the back door. I'm like, no, he came in with that. The best part about working loss prevention is there's no uniform or like dress code. They just tell you to wear normal stuff to blend in with the shoplifters. So I only wore clothes I stole from the store. My boss is like, you need to put that back. I'm like, you need to stop blowing my cover. I wish this ping pong table in my car. I wish I had done better in like school. I think that was my big mistake. I don't wish I had studied more. I wish I could have gone to school like 1,000 years ago. Like, you know how awesome that would be? Teacher calls and she's like, Steven, what causes earthquakes and hurricanes? Like, I don't have a clue. She's like, that's right, no one does. Take the science test. God did it. God did it. God did it. Yes. Thanks guys, you've been fun.